größte Sache ist halt einfach der Druck, den man hat. Ja, dem muss man halt gerecht werden. Auf so einem Level, wo wir uns hier bewegen, da darf man sich einfach keine Fehler erlauben.
Ich bin 8 Jahre Kart gefahren und beim Kartsport ging es halt immer darum, am Limit zu sein und sich mit den anderen zu messen. Und das Gleiche hat man im Sim-Racing auch. Und das macht einfach unnormal viel Spaß mit der Competition.
Man hier bei dieser Location, das ist schon etwas sehr Besonderes, muss man sagen.
Man muss auf jeden Fall ehrgeizig sein, man muss dranbleiben im Training, man muss ein gutes Mindset haben, man muss wirklich gewinnen wollen, anders gewinnt man nicht. Das Finale wird auf jeden Fall sehr hart.
Die Konkurrenten sind sehr stark.
Besonders wenn man auf einem hohen Niveau fährt, wo alle ähnlich schnell sind, ist es ganz schwierig zu überholen. Das heißt, man muss sehr clever fahren.
Ich bin halt mit Motorsport aufgewachsen. Ich denke, ich habe da eine ganz gute Routine mittlerweile.
Meine Stärken sind, dass ich nicht aufgebe, dass ich clever fahre und ich versuche, alle möglichen Fehler zu vermeiden und das Beste rauszuholen.
Das wird für mich schon ziemlich viel bedeuten, gerade gegen so gute Leute zu fahren und da dann zu gewinnen.
Liebe Game City Besucherinnen und Besucher, wir starten mit dem Finale der A1 Esports League Austria Project Cars und haben uns hierfür einen Experten auf die Bühne geholt. Bitte begrüßt mir den Luke von Großbritannien extra hergereist. Sein Ingame-Name ist Actual Vision. Er wird uns durchs Finale führen mit einem tobenden Applaus.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here for the A1 Esports Season 2 here with Project Cars. We are here at Game City. Can I hear you, Game City? Absolutely nobody. Can we hear you, Game City? That's a little bit better, I guess. But yes, we're here for leg number 2 of the esports for the A1. Yesterday we had League of Legends. Today we got Project Cars. And then tomorrow we have Clash Royale. But today we have had 16 of the qualifiers from the last 2 months get here to Game City, which has been absolutely unbelievable. But I'm Actual Vision, but I'm here with my trusted partner, Mr. Bubble Bart, who's in his little fish tank over there. So give him a wave. How you doing, Bubble?
Hi guys. Hi, hello. I'm doing pretty good. We're here. We're actually here.
Well,
oh,
he's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But as you can see right in front of us right now, we have got this unbelievable trophy here, which one of our 8 finalists will take home. Like I said, over the last 2 months, we have had 5 qualifiers for the Europeans, and then we've had 1 qualifier for Austrian-only participants. They've been whittled down now to the final 16. We had 2 semi-finals of 2 races today, and now we are at our final 8 races. It's going to be unbelievable. We're going to be using Mercedes-Benz cars. The first race is going to be at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, which is actually where the Formula 1 is this weekend. And then, of course, next up, we have got ourselves a race at, well, you guys might know it as the Red Bull Ring. Anyone know the Red Bull Ring? Only 1 or 2. It's your national track. Come on, guys. But yes, so we will have some unbelievable racing today. I'm very, very excited. Bubble, what are you looking forward to most today?
Well, this is the first time we're going to be seeing the PC and the PlayStation 4 races against each other, so I've been looking forward to this for a couple of weeks now, actually, and to see these guys compete, and we actually got a little preview before in the semifinals. I think we're going to be treated with some great races, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's so good we can hear you twice. Beautiful work there. Of course, this is Bubble Bart's first ever offline final, so I'm really excited to see how he does play out. But yes, we have got ourselves the final coming up for you right now. But first of all, I want to say a massive thank you to Mercedes-Benz for the passenger service today, for all of the drivers and everyone else involved with this competition. Now we're going to see a message from our partners. Here we go.
As you get older, life becomes all about following a few simple rules. Dress proper. Get a real job. Spend time with family. Dance to the beat of your own drum. Work hard. Get married. Move to the suburbs. Start a family. Be humble. Time to grow up.
Welcome back then, the scene is set. These guys are going to be battling out for 15,000 euros here today, so that's going to be pretty incredible. But now it's time to meet the drivers here in Vienna. So we're going to have some nice little graphics on screen for you, and I can go through a little bit about these drivers and about where they're from and a little backstory of how they've got on and got into this qualification process. First up, we have VP Boxer Forever. He is from Poland, drives for Team VP, and he is one of the rising stars within the esports here on Project Cars 2, and expecting really big things from him today. And yeah, you can see there doing the peace sign. Loves being involved in these events, and he's the heart and soul of the party for the most part. But yeah, also a pretty good-looking chap as well. So that is our first driver, VP Boxer Forever from Poland. Yeah, looking pretty good for him. TRL Mangator, one of the very quickest guys in the world. He races for Team Redline, who actually has Max Verstappen signed for them, and Lando Norris. So that is a big coup for them to have those two drivers. But yeah, he will be racing for Team Redline today, and definitely one of the favourites to take away all of the spoils today. Then we've got VP Darwin Dalma. Not only is he a driver at the top end of the spectrum here on Project Cars 2, but he is also team manager of Team VP. But he has just reached a new level this season on Project Cars 1. He was very good, but Project Cars 2, he's just got right to the top. Could this be his first major win on the esports scene? I'm sure we'll find out very shortly. Next up then is VP Isaac. This guy is unbelievable. He missed the first qualification round, which was a maximum of 36 points. So he had to play catch up with absolutely everybody, and in 4 events he managed to get into the top 6 and make it officially to our final here in Austria. Next up then is Veloce Dorniden, Team Veloce, very new team in the esports scene, but they are probably the most prominent within the rise of the ranks. But Mr. Dorniden, he is a champion on Race Room. He has tried his hand at most racing games, but all of a sudden now he is one of the very best on Project Cars 2. His first major final on Project Cars 2, expecting huge things from the Veloce driver. Then we've got G2 Isaac. He has got 7 million LAN finals to his name. He is qualified on any game you can imagine within the racing scene, and he actually races for G2 Esports, one of the biggest esports on the planet. So yeah, we're expecting huge things from him today. TRL Magic Michael, the Czech, who also drives for Team Redline. He is probably everybody's favourite. He smashed it in qualifying, 4 wins out of the 5 events. He had qualified with 1 event still to go, so he is genuinely the very best. But upsets generally happen when it comes to LAN events. But yeah, the Czech will be looking to get that first major win under his belt today. Then we've got TX3 Storm. He used to race for a team called Oscaro, who are very prominent within the Project Cars 2 scene, but now races for TX3, and he actually came second in the Project Cars 1 World Final at Gamescom last year. He's now changed teams to TX3, and again, he's one of the rising young stars, but definitely has the pace to potentially go out and win here today. And there you have it. That is our finalist. Now I am going to head back into the fishbowl. I'm going to be very quick, so we will now hear back from our partners here at Game City, and hopefully you enjoy the racing. See you in a minute.
As you get older, life becomes all about following a few simple rules. Dress proper. Get a real job. Spend time with family. Dance to the beat of your own drum. Work hard. Get married. Move to the suburbs. Start a family. Be humble.
Du kannst die größte E-Sports-Liga Österreichs erleben. Die A1 E-Sports League Austria. Jetzt mit Fiebern beim Finale auf der Game City. Oder live im Stream mit dem Huawei P20 um 0 €. Du kannst alles. A1.
Mann! Fuck! Aber wie sterben die denn im Döner? Die scheißen uns in die Hose, Alter. Ja, doch schnell. Oh, die Kirche, Alter.
This is the new A-Class. Like any car, it has a display, but you can make it look like this, or maybe this. Yeah, that's a nice one. Smooth job, developers. This is how you open it, and this is how you control things.
Hey Mercedes, it's getting hot in here.
I have set the temperature to 21 degrees.
Maybe you guys want some privacy. Talking is more natural. Watch this. Hey Mercedes, get in touch with Mom.
Calling Mom.
Guess who's on social media? They make it so difficult.
Sorry, dude.
Hold on, sweetie. I'm learning how to hashtag.
It can even break when it needs to. You know, just in case. The voice control's amazing.
Hey Mercedes, play me some hip-hop.
And these wheels? Slow, my God, that looks good. So yeah, it's a car, but a car that is a little more like you. The new A-Class with Mercedes Me. Just like you.
Rechnung!
Bessere Antworten, wie alles geht. Wenn das Leben unerwartet mehr kostet, haben BAWAG PSK Kontobox-Kunden einen 500 € Finanzpuffer, den sie ohne Zinsen und Kosten nutzen können. Die BAWAG PSK.
Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You can see an overview of the drivers there. On your right-hand side, closest to us, the Ginger Ninja, Mr. G2 Isaac. Then in the blue shirt, just above him, is Veloce Dorniden. Then just above them is TX3 Storm. To our left, very close to us, the one yawning there, because that's how casual he is, Bubble Butt.
Yes, yes, that's how they are.
He is Magic Michael. Then we've got Boxer Forever there, looking very intelligent with his glasses, and that's all a play to look intelligent. And then we've got Mr. VP Isaac there. We haven't got the other two drivers on screen right now, but you can see they're all pretty relaxed right now, having a little chat. We've also got G2 there. He must be tweeting out to his many fans after all the LAN events he has been involved in. But as you can see, we've got Bubble Butt. It's the Pink Brigade.
Oh, yes, it is.
We've really gone for it, haven't we, here?
Yeah, we didn't even agree to this. It's a coincidence, right?
Yeah, we've just got some weird... It's like we're twin... No, we're not twins.
No.
But yeah, we are here for the first race of two. We are in the AMG Mercedes here, CLK LM, which is the GT1. Sorry, not Group 1. Yeah. GT1 car, and the first race is at Circuit of the Americas. Again, I did mention that is where the Formula 1 is this weekend, so it's actually quite appropriate that we've got that track first up.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be rushing home tomorrow to watch that race, but I think this is going to be more exciting.
I would like to think so. Like I say, these are the very best. We have whittled them down. We had 185 or 86 sign-up from 26 different countries.
At some point,
around 26 different countries. We've worked them down to 16, and now we've got our final 8. Well, we're readying up now. We're going into the lobby. It's fantastic work here. I'm really super excited. Have you got any favourites?
Favorites. Here we go again.
I always like to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Favorites. Well, I've seen some guys race here today and in the semi-finals, and I could see some guys struggling, and I'm not allowed to say it, but I like that. I would like it to have Magic Michael be struggling for first place instead of like being like a mile ahead.
It's always Magic Michael. I've seen your jaw drop on more than one occasion today watching him, and he is an absolute master. But we are here. We're on the track. We're ready. We're on board with Mangator, and we should get some action for you on screen. There we go. Beautiful. Nice little fade there. I love that. That was a lovely bit of work there.
3D and everything.
But we're on board here with Mangator, but let's go through the cars and the liveries they have chosen. So we've got VP Boxer Forever then. He has gone for the number 49 and Zippenol livery. We've then got Mr. G2 Isaac then, who's gone for a very, very like Lotus-esque kind of colour there, isn't it? With the gold and green there.
Yeah, I like
nice.
it.
I'm glad that they've chosen different liveries, which is always good for us.
Yeah.
VP Isaac, who, to be honest, I have no favourites, but he's my pick. He's my pick to win this. I feel like every esports LAN event does have that surprise element, that surprise entity. He missed qualifier number 1, and it was vital that he made every single one, and he managed to still get himself into that top 16.
Yeah,
coming through to the Vienna final.
That's such an achievement. It's well, again, jaw-dropping to see these guys perform like that. I wouldn't be able to perform under pressure like that. It's crazy actually to think that he's here after that, like having to go through that. It's
We'll have to talk a little bit less about your personal life there.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
But here we go. We're now on board with Veloce Dorney. He's gone for the blue and white, which is Veloce colours, of course. He's actually gone for the number 49 as well, so he didn't get the memo, which is fair enough, of course. Darwin Daumer then has gone for a very, very German-esque livery there with the German colours, the number 29. Of course, he is from Germany, as is his team. He's manager, social media manager, he's marketing manager, he's an exceptional driver. Is there anything that man cannot do?
He's a manager, basically. Yeah.
He's phenomenal. Like I said in the intro, we have seen Darwin Daumer qualify for world finals or his teams qualify for world finals. He's never been on the top of the rostrum, never been that guy that you look at and go, oh yeah, he's really at the top of his game. But then in the last sort of 4 to 5 months, he's won multiple competitions offline at racing events, picked up so many prizes. He was telling us last night he won a TSXW racing wheel one day, then he won a graphics card the next day, and then he won a Vizaro cockpit as well, all in the same week.
Yeah, it's that's how you basically become good by being better than the rest, and then you get some stuff, and then you even become better. Yeah,
absolutely. But now he's just reached that level. He's just gone a level above. Is he going to reach the top of the mountain today? This is a big test for him. He's put in some exceptional performances. He's won loads of races with some of the best around in these races, in the qualifiers that we did. So, he's got every single opportunity at his feet. Are we going to see him finally reach that top step? Then we've got TX3 Storm. So he used to race Roscaro, or SDL as they were once called. And he came second in the world final at Gamescom last year on Project Cars, the original game. He has got some unbelievable talent. He's still very, very young, but I feel like he's ready. I think this is the opportunity for him to really, take it upon himself to pick up those big prizes.
Well, yeah, but obviously we're not going to be seeing it here because I don't know if you remember how he qualified in all of the qualification weeks that we had in the 6 weeks before. It's always the last lap, isn't it? So we don't even have to look at him right now, basically.
No, we don't need to be worried about his qualifying right now. He leaves it right to the last second. But, the pressure's on right now. We've always talked about the banker lap. Just get that banker lap time in, and then you've got nothing to worry about, in regards to really pushing the car. And a car like this, around a track like this, there's every reason that these guys could go 10 minutes without putting a lap time in, without invalidations, spins, damage to the car.
Yeah.
So, it's vital that he actually does put in a banker this week.
Yeah, I guess so. Is it something we maybe need to explain for some people here that we've got some people here that have never been watching a race, I guess?
Yeah, of course. There are loads of people here, and I feel like you're the best at explaining the old banker lap system. So anyone watching in the stands here, this is Bubble Bar 101 right now.
Bubble Bar 101. Well, a banker lap, like you have a qualification. It's 10 minutes in this case, where you have 10 minutes to put in your best lap time. And your best lap time usually consists of taking some risk, maybe even risking damaging your car. So what you might want to do is go out for a lap and don't be at the fastest you will ever be, because you run the risk of damaging your car and then maybe not having enough time to be qualifying at all. So a banker lap is just that first, a little bit more cautious lap that you run, and then after that you can take any risk you want because you already have a time on the board and you prevent yourself from having to start last.
Do you have a direct live feed here to TX3 Storm? Because he has really put the cat amongst the pigeons here, because he is currently provisional pole, and he's someone who just waits to the end of every single session, and I mean 5 out of the 5 qualifications he did, it was right at the end every single time, but this time he is provisionally on pole, 3.5 tenths of probably the favourite Magic Michael right now. And then in third spot is Mangator. Both Team Redline drivers are in second and third. And then we've got Isaac here for Team VP. Then we've got VP Boxer Forever. Dorniden finds himself down in 6th position. Then we've got Isaac. And then we have got VP Darwin Dalma. So who have we not talked about right now yet? We haven't talked about Team Redline Mangator.
Well, yeah, well, it's one of those guys that keeps impressing me. I know you say we need to talk about my social life or my private life then, because if that impresses me, well, I'm a sim racer myself. I do some sim racing, and I see these guys perform laps. Like just this morning, when they were doing the qualifications for the semifinals, you said you saw my jaw drop. You literally saw my jaw drop. These guys like Mangator, Magic Michael, Isaac, I saw them put in laps. I wouldn't even be able to replicate it if I just had a video of them doing it and then having to do it myself. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, Mangator qualified on PC where it was probably a little bit more competitive. Obviously, Magic Michael smashed it on PS4, but with the PC qualification, Mangator still managed to pick up a couple of wins with the likes of Storm around in Darwin, Dalma, Isaac as well. And those guys just in and around you to pick up any kind of win is ridiculous. But going back to your point, of course, about making your jaw drop. Me and you are pretty handy when it comes to sim racing. Like, like to think we're pretty good.
Yeah.
You look at these, I'm watching them do a lap time, I'm like, how are you braking there?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm like, how? And then I'm like, why? Why are you putting yourself at risk there? But then they hit the apex, and you think, actually, you could probably brake later.
Yeah,
it's quite scary.
I saw them. Actually, I don't know if you know this. The way they qualified on Zolder for the semifinals. You have this little, It's a big chicane.
Ramp. They call it a ramp these days.
Ramp, yeah. that's actually what they use it for, because they brake the latest they can. They run with 2 tires on the ramp, as you call it, and they go through the corners on 2 wheels. On 2 wheels. Like, have you ever seen something like that?
For them to get the control of the car that they've had, it's been absolutely exceptional. I tell you what here, Magic Michael, he was put under pressure once by Boxer Forever in our qualifiers.
Oh, yes.
He hasn't been in this position, though, where he's in second on the grid right now. This is where he's going to have to show his true mettle. We've seen him lead qualifiers, all the way through tournaments over the past couple of years. And he's never reached that top step. He qualified for the A1 season number 1. He managed to only finish in 3rd position as he went in as the favourite. Obviously, Johnny from a team at G2 managed to win that, picked up the €6,000. And he was in the world final with Team Redline, and it didn't really work out for him there. He managed to come 3rd in that with his teammate, and that wasn't really down to him so much, but it was a team effort, and he would never ever put the blame on a partner. So he will be looking for more here. This is a big opportunity for Magic Michael. As much as he's been the standout in this competition, he's yet to hit that top spec on this game. He's won the virtual GP, though. He's actually a driver for Haas in the Formula 1 esports, to be fair.
Yeah.
He is an unbelievable driver, but Project Cars 2 has eluded him.
Yeah, I guess, and it shows here right now. Like, Magic Michael is in second, and well, we've talked about this before. It still is a question of being fast in the qualification.
Oh, he's gone close. He's gone close. 700, just shy of 800ths of a second. Then,
oh wow,
and that is millimeters. That is nothing at all right now. So Storm still on pole position provisionally. He's back out on track. He's gone in for a fresh set of tyres. And it's kind of almost like match point here in qualifying to Storm. He's going very slowly here. He's going around the final corner. He's going to start his final qualifying lap. And I feel like he wants to cross the line last here so he can cover off anybody else who does manage to beat his time.
To be a classic Storm qualification, I guess.
He is a clever young human.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So I saw, oh no, it's gone now. I saw someone who wasn't getting a time in yet. Was a VP driver.
Well, no, VP Isaac there up into 3rd spot. Our top 3, Storm, Team Redline, Magic Michael, and then, of course, Isaac. I would say that would be the top 3 we would have been looking at coming into this event. Darwin Dalma, though, he is a dark horse here. He is someone that has shown some serious pedigree coming into these finals. And, he's only 7/10 of a second off. Slipstream here is absolutely huge. 2 huge long straights here at COTA. And, it's not necessarily best to be out in front. Although the first sector is so technical, if the leader can get a really good first sector in, you can almost get yourself out of that sort of slipstream zone, or you can't follow the guy in front of you's lines. You can't try and find extra time, let's say, behind them, because you're having to figure the track out yourself.
Well, yeah, that is true, but I also don't know how how these cars are with the dirty air behind them. Like normally you could really easily slipstream, but you're going to be losing downforce as well. So on the straights it will be handy, but those corners, especially that last sector, it's undoable in a dirty air, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. I spoke to a few of the drivers about this car specifically, and they said it's not too bad to follow. So they reckon they could follow within half a second here, which is very, very close indeed. And it doesn't affect them too much. You can see the Darwin Dowmer's qualification session is over then. Magic Michael's in the pits then. Looks like Storm is going to be on pole position. Mangator then is going to be one of the guys that's going to try and take that spot from him. We've also got Dorneyden. Where is Dorneyden on track? And I think that's his qualification over as well, isn't it? Yes, he's going very slowly indeed. G2 Isaac then. Will he be able to topple him from the team G2? See, he's definitely on a quick lap here. So we've only got him and Mangator on a lap. I think Mangator's right in behind him here. Is that, yeah, Mangator's just in behind. Well, Mangator's made, well, no, he hasn't made a mistake there. He's just taken a line that mere mortals like myself wouldn't realise to take.
No, yeah, and that's the difference. Yeah, that's why these guys are the best of the best. You see them take lines and make maneuvers that, yeah, we wouldn't even come up with.
Oh,
like, I mean...
Yeah,
like,
he's used the curb there to turn the car in, hasn't he?
Yeah. That's amazing.
One more corner to go, and I'll tell you what, it looks like Mangator may have actually closed up here on G2 Isaac. So if Isaac goes fast here, we could potentially see Mangator challenge for pole position. Isaac across the line then. Qualification is complete. What sort of times he posted? Oh, he's not improved. Mangator across the line. Well, the screen's gone blank here. Are we going to see a Mangator up into that top two? No, he doesn't improve. He is in 5th position. So there you have it then, guys. TX3 Storm is on pole. Magic Michael is in 2nd. VP Isaac is in 3rd. Then we have got Darwin Dowmer in 4th. Mangator in 5th. Then we have got Boxer Forever in 6th. Dorneyden for Team Veloce in 7th. And then we've got Isaac Price for G2 in 8th position. It's race time. This is what we're here for.
Oh, yeah, I'm nervous. Imagine how these guys, you can actually see him on the bottom left of your screen now. How these guys, how nervous how nervous are they?
Well,
like,
yeah, pretty nervous. Like normally I was going to say they would be taking 2 minutes here, but we're not. Lights are going out. Here we go, green. It is race number 1 of today's final, and it looks like a pretty good start then by Magic Michael. Although tucked in behind him, Storm. Magic Michael's tucked in behind him and actually gone out wide here to try and go up the inside or around the outside more or less. Magic Michael's being stumped here. Is he going to hold on to 2nd spot? Oh, there's a spin in the background there. Not good at all. But yes, Storm does take the lead in this race then. Magic Michael in 2nd spot. Mangator for Team Redline then is in 3rd. So we've got 2 Team Redline drivers in the top 3 right now. VP Isaac in 4th position. Darwin Dowmer then is in 5th. Boxer Forever right up in behind his teammate then. We'll go cockpit view here and we'll see how close these guys are. Oh, Mangator's gone!
Oh, no.
He's completely gone! He's been avoided though!
He's
been avoided! I think, well, where's Dorneyden? Dorneyden was the one that spun. Mangator completely rotating the car on the curb there, and it was game over from there. And how everyone avoided him there was sensational.
That's cat reflexes. Like to be able to avoid that's amazing. But
Magic Michael is not winning a race.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is interesting now.
What reality is this?
I have no idea, but I'm quite liking it because I want to see Magic Michael. Like I said, I've got no favourites here, but I want to see Magic Michael push to the absolute limit. He's been a standout in qualification for this event.
Yes.
But Storm with pole position says to me he's quick around this track.
I think we're seeing a new side of Storm here. Like we have seen him make some mistakes during the qualification weeks. We have seen him not performing well under pressure, so I'm really curious to see if he can handle it right now with a name like Magic Michael behind you in your rearview mirror, being this close. This is going to be nerve-wracking for him.
It's going to be tough for him to pull out a gap on someone like Magic Michael. Storm is one of those drivers that I feel like I've almost watched grow up over the last couple of years. He was a very arrogant young man a couple of years ago, and it was a bit, I don't know, he was very young, he had a lot of belief in his ability, and it's come across as very arrogant sometimes, but he's just such a nice person to be around these days.
Yeah,
he doesn't take anything for granted, he practices like mad. He nearly couldn't make this because of university studies, so you know he's got big values in his life, of course, as well, but you know it's all paying off right now. All that practice he's put in, he's currently leading here, you know, of course, getting a big result in the first race takes the pressure off the second, surely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, he cuts the track. Michael cuts the track there. I've never seen him do that.
Well, that is a mistake. That's the pressure he's under here. Of course, we've got a nice little battle here between Isaac and, well, I guess that's Darwin Dowmer. Yeah, it's Isaac and Darwin Dowmer, pretty close here. Teammates, of course, for Team VP. Not really that close, not able to follow each other through the first sector as well here. But we'll see the different lines you can take. Kota is notorious for different lines being taken here, especially around, we're coming up towards the hairpin here, and some people like to swing out wide, some people like to take it really acutely.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where if you start with sim racing, if you're new to it, this is one of those tracks when you drive here and you see someone else take a different line and being quicker, that's when you start experimenting with these lines. And you see with these guys, even in the top level, you still see guys take different lines because they think it's quicker for their setup, for their type of driving. So that's the interesting part of racing, I think, from sim racing. Very different to Formula One, where you see everybody take the same line and just basically being a train. It's very different here.
Can I tell you a little secret?
Yeah.
Burn it with fire. I hate COTA. Not a fan at all. I am. It's more me. I'm terrible around here. I just do. There's like 7 million lines, and I seem to find the 7 million and one.
Yeah.
The 7 million and first line, and it's just not good. But you can see here, Isaac not really able to put the pressure here on Darwin Daumer. Darwin Daumer in that top three, and you've got to get yourself at least a podium, I'd say, in the first race to really be looking at picking up the big bucks here in Vienna. The front two, though, it's now about 1 second. Then Magic Michael not really able to close in here. And this is the first time we've really seen that he's not able to put that pressure on that he has done. With Boxer Forever, he was behind in the Group A's, wasn't he? At Oschersleben. Was it Oschersleben?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Oschersleben. It was Hockenheim. So we're at Hockenheim with the Group A's.
What happened in Oschersleben?
No, of course, it was Oschersleben. It was the Mercedes road car.
Oh, yes.
And lap one, he was behind Boxer Forever, but he just dug in deep and he got the move done really early. He admitted it may have been a little bit of a dive bomb, but the respect that Boxer had, it takes two to tango in that respect. It was pretty much move of the tournament so far. But this time, Storm is in a world of his own right now.
Yeah, and I just saw Magic Michael just perform the same thing again. He cuts the track there, and we both go, oh, that's a penalty. That's a slowdown. He has to slow down there. You're not allowed to cut the track there. But we sometimes tend to forget that these guys know what they can do and what they can't do, where they're going to get the penalty, and where they're just allowed to cut the track. He probably is like millimeters away from getting a penalty. He will have it in his head.
They know every inch of this track. They've practiced for hours upon hours upon hours. You can see that the two VP drivers here are very close again. The German livery there in front of his teammate VP Isaac, which is Darwin Daumer, and they're closing in very, very closely indeed. We've got a three-man battle here as well. Looks like Mangate and maybe closing to the back here, but actually G2 Isaac is in a very, very handy position here, up and behind Boxer Forever. So we're having a little bit of action here from the guy from the UK, which is G2 Isaac, and then the Pole, which is Boxer Forever. And looks like Isaac's not had the best of starts here, but he did qualify down in 8th position. So to be in 6th right now, he's going to be pretty happy. But you need to be podium top 4, I would say, really, to be pushing towards that next level. But we'll look at the front two here. You've got Storm, who's leading now by 1.7 seconds. What do you do? Do you push, or do you let Magic Michael catch him? Do you want to manage that gap?
Yeah, that's
that's a big off, isn't it?
Yeah, that is going to be a penalty. It doesn't matter if you know every inch of the track, that's going to be a penalty.
I think Mangate is going to get promoted a position here. See the gap isn't coming out. What do you do here? You've got a slipstream in front of you. Do you take the penalty? Do you just take the penalty on the chin?
It's these dilemmas that make racing so interesting. You can take the slowdown, and you can risk being overtaken while you're doing the slowdown, and then having enough confidence in yourself that you're able to take back that position. But on the other hand, you could also just take the penalty. Like maybe it's a 1 or 2 second penalty, and you can make a gap of 2 seconds. Making a gap is maybe easier than actually overtaking someone. So
absolutely,
it's a big dilemma in racing, and the same goes for when you're in the lead. Like Storm sees Magic Michael in his rearview mirror. He also sees that he, by the last lap, well, actually it dropped as I say that, but he gained another half a second on him, and it's at moments like that, it's maybe more about confidence than it is by making decisions.
Yeah, I agree. This is the interesting battle here. These guys are teammates. Obviously, manager is now with ahead of VP Isaac. If Isaac's quicker, in the qualifiers we saw that the VP drivers were very, very, candid with their tactics. They were very, very clever. They got a few drivers, extra points, which is going to help them qualify for the finals. But now it's all or nothing, isn't it? As much as these guys are teammates, this is a solo competition. Well, they're all out for they earn the money themselves. Guys are closing in there, not able to get the power early due to the angle he took the corner. Yeah. But again, different lines, and you're seeing that there's very similar times being posted by these guys.
Yeah, and it's interesting what you say. Like these guys may have brought their T-shirts with them with their nice team logos on it. But as soon as they're in the chair, they forget about it. They don't know that they were in the T-shirt anymore. They're here to win. They're here to win the money. They're here to win the race. They're here for their own ego boost to make their own name. Not really the team. I mean, of course, also the team, but it's secondary, right?
Yeah, no, of course. You know, the money is the most important thing here. We're actually looking at Isaac getting very close here indeed again. Round turn number 1 here. We've got 6 minutes 47 seconds left on the clock. You can see the Storm did a 58.0. On the previous lap was a 57. And even though he's into the 58s now, it's still 2/10 quicker than Magic Michael. And actually, they're a second quicker, those two, than anybody else on track. Yeah. What a display. You can say all you like about Magic Michael. It's an unbelievable display from him. But at this present time, it's being beaten by a better man.
Yeah. Yeah, and it actually shows as well that Mangator and Dorniden both had, I think it both was in lap 1, where they both had an accident.
Well, Dorniden spun, round turn 1.
Mangator was pushed wide, or I can't remember what happened.
No,
there,
he ran wide, didn't he? He ran wide, ran the final corner.
So both these drivers, they were like 10 or 12 seconds behind, and now they've closed the gap already. Like, as soon as they're in free air, they don't have cars around them, they will close up. But then again, it's the matter of overtaking here. Making sure he's seen in his rearview mirror, I guess.
Oh, I tell Isaac, that's the second lap in a row we've seen this braking into there. He is exceptional on the brakes, and obviously Darwin Down was closing the gap or extending the gap here near the end of this lap. So it's acceleration going. Here we go, side by side then. Teammates, Darwin Down on the inside. Isaac there has to back out the move. Takes a wider line then through the left-hander. Here we go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isaac's going to get this position. I think Darwin Dama was fighting back, and there's the teammates.
Yeah.
That's the teammates there. Darwin Dama could have shoved one up the inside there, but didn't think to do it because it could have caused an accident. But now Isaac, who for me obviously is the quicker driver, it's all up to him now to maybe push his ascendancy here. Don't think he's going to catch up to the front two, but he wants to guarantee himself that position in third spot. And also the points, if they're tied after 2 races, it goes to fastest lap. Over the 2 races. So, of course, now he's got to try and press with the fresh air here or the clean air to try and get that fastest lap.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see, as soon as there is a tie, who will be the fastest in the race, because obviously this is very different from qualifying. So you would naturally think that the person in pole position would be faster, but it isn't necessarily true because it's a race setup. You have more fuel on board. Your tires will degrade. I'm not sure if the fuel depletion is off, right?
No, that's on.
It's on.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have to manage your weight differences in the car. Like the car you start with is very different from the car you finish with. So
absolutely. Well, we saw earlier with the touring cars in qualification that most of them, their front left tyre was just completely gone.
It was gone. Yeah.
And this is a very tough track on the tyres. Just because of the nature of the braking zones and the sharpness of the corners. But I tell you what, if these guys want to get themselves the fastest lap, they've got to get into the 57s here, because Storm, yet again, leading this race by 2.5 seconds now to, again, Magic Michael. Like, it's Magic Michael behind him. This is such the performance that Storm's put in here that he is that far ahead. And Magic Michael hasn't really been able to put the pressure on. He's still got a chance there. A big second spot is a great start to his, his final campaign. Obviously, we've got the GT3s at the Red Bull GP circuit, and I think that might be where Magic Michael really does shine. 3 minutes to go, though. It's looking like Storm's day right now.
Well, absolutely. I know. I said at the beginning of the stream, I said I want to see Magic Michael struggle for first instead of like driving away. Well, here you have it. I would have liked to see him battle with Storm a little bit more, but GG on Storm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's a different guy.
Well, hey, hate to throw a pun out there, but it's like the eye of the storm.
Oh,
it's like all of these events has been like the hurricanes and the rain, but all of a sudden the eye of the storm has shown he's all calm, he's all at one with himself, with the rig, with the game, and he's feeling really good about it. And, he's put it into practice right now because he is looking golden for those big 12 points. But again, it's only 1 point difference coming second, so 11 points for Magic Michael. He has a good race in the second race. Gets him 12 points. Storm doesn't come second. He could still go away and win this competition.
Yeah, and it's actually you made a point there at the beginning of the race. If you win the first race, that your confidence is just there. And imagine being like Alexander Dorniden right now, being last in this race. Imagine having to go in a second race with that in your mind.
It's just absolutely gutting. But there are prizes. There are prizes ranging, across the whole field. So, these guys are still going to try and battle themselves for more, more coin, as they call it. But yeah, Magic Michael will need to get a big result in the next race. But Storm didn't have the greatest of semi-final one race either. He had a terrible race. He was the last at Zolder in the touring car by a quite considerable margin, but he managed to win semi-final number 2. So again, you're talking about confidence, and that has obviously put him in a really good spot.
Well, maybe that woke him up. Maybe he had that Zolder race, and he thought, I'm not having this. I'm having a different day. He decided right there and then, I'm having a different day.
Needed a good kick up the backside.
Yeah.
And it's definitely working right now. You see he's about 2.5 seconds in the lead. You can see that the gap is actually coming down between him and Magic Michael. And at this point, you got a 2.5 second gap. You can go 2 seconds slower on a lap, take less chances, just pick up that win. It doesn't matter whether you finish 40 seconds ahead of someone or 1 second ahead of someone. It's still the same amount of points here. He's going to come onto his last lap right now. Runs a little bit wide there. And that is a very interesting line, but he wouldn't not with 1 lap to go make a mistake like that and get himself a penalty now, would he?
Well, we've seen it before.
Yeah, we have indeed. We have.
Yeah, so this is normally where you start, like, saving your tires, making sure you don't make any stupid mistakes to throw away the win. This is where you take it easy, and we've seen it also before with some drivers who just have this amazing focus and they cannot drop pace, because then they will start making mistakes. I'm not sure what kind of guy Storm is in that respect, but it's looking like he's not even taking it easy.
He's young, isn't he? He just doesn't have any fear. Like as you get older, you get a bit more fear, and you think about things more. Whereas these young guys coming through now, they're just like laser beam. I'm going start to finish as fast as I can.
But we don't call that fear. We call that experience.
Yes, the experienced racers amongst us. But Storm. That was again. He's run wide there. Is he taking a chance here? I'm just wondering whether he may have incurred some sort of penalty. He hasn't. I think he's going to get away with it here, but he really is flirting with those limits.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, you want to take it easy, but he's not. He's just taking every risk he can. Maybe even risk he can't afford.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite incredible, really, that Storm's managed to put this performance in. He was definitely one of the guys I would have tipped to get himself a big performance in these big finals. He's been at a lot of LAN events now. He's been in a lot of big competitions, especially the World Final. Would have been a wealth of experience for the young man. But he's come here and he has really put it to practice. A few corners to go here at COTA, and it is looking absolutely delicious right now for Storm, full Team TX3 again, taking liberties there with the track limits, and I hope that's not going to cost him here. But he's coming around a final corner, and it's looking very, very likely here that Team TX3 are going to pick up a win here with TX3 Storm. And is he going to give us a flash of the lights or anything like that? No, I don't think he is. No, cool as a cucumber. Picks up the 12 points then, moving into the race number 2. Magic Michael then, everyone's favourite before this. Although he didn't win the race, still damage limitation, gets that second spot and the 11 points. VP Isaac then with third position and the 10 points. We've then got Darwin Dalmer, who did hold his teammate up for a while. We can see there that Isaac was clearly the quicker driver. He comes home in fourth position. Boxer Forever then will finish in fifth position for Team VP. There are 3 VP drivers in a row there.
Yeah.
Just to get 3 drivers from the same team into a final is ridiculous in itself.
A little bit.
So that is your standings. We've still got 3 more to go through. G2 Isaac then, Veloce Dorniden in 7th position after that big spin on turn number 1. Not too sure what happened there. Didn't look like there was any crazy contact there, and obviously Mangator made that mistake and finishes down in 8th position. But yeah, pretty decent race there from TX3 Storm, and he's shown from start to finish there with qualifying. He's a changed man for a start in regards to, he put a lap time in straight away. He's focused.
Focus changed. Maybe his whole strategy has changed, but I can assure you, I did not see this coming, and I guess these other guys also couldn't see this coming, and that's maybe what won him the race, by just taking a different strategy, surprising other drivers like Magic Michael, who was thinking, what's happening, and then completely just throwing him off.
Yeah, completely agree with you there in some respects, but it's not a surprise to me. Any one of these 8 drivers have the ability to, win races. They've got here for a reason. These are the best in Europe, if not the best in the world.
Oh yeah.
When they had the World Finals, it was still the same names coming through right now you see that trophy. That's what they're battling for. Yeah. And that is an absolute beauty. I'm 6'3", and I could fit inside that trophy. It's, well, okay, my stomach maybe not, but the rest of my body could. Yeah. But that's what they're battling out for, and you know, obviously it's nice to win loads and loads of money. Like, who doesn't want to go to the hotel room and just go, rain on me?
Be like that. Be like that.
Absolutely.
Just buy drinks for everyone, for us as well.
Yeah, of course. But obviously the trophy for me, it's all about trophies. I love a good trophy, and that is like 17 trophies molded into one. That is huge.
Yeah, it's huge, and I don't think it even says anything on it. So you can, people will, if you have it standing there, and people will ask questions about it, you will have this whole experience to tell about. It stands for something. Like put 6,000 euros on your bank account. It doesn't stand for anything.
No,
like,
of course
people
not.
won't be asking about it.
No,
they will be asking about the trophy.
Well, TX3 Storm has got his best opportunity yet at that big trophy with the win in race 1. Of course, then we have Magic Mike in the second, and then rounding out the podium was VP Isaac. We're now going to head for a quick break here, but join us back for race number 2 and the final race of the A1 Esports here in Vienna.
As you get older, life becomes all about following a few simple rules. Dress proper. Get a real job. Spend time with family. Dance to the beat of your own drum. Work hard. Get married. Move to the suburbs. Start a family. Be humble. Time to grow up.
Du kannst die größte E-Sports-Liga Österreichs erleben. Die A1 E-Sports League Austria. Jetzt mitfiebern beim Finale auf der Game City. Oder live im Stream mit dem Huawei P20 um 0 €. Du kannst alles. A1.
Mann! Fuck! Aber wie sterben die denn im Döner? Scheißen uns in die Hose, Alter. Sie haben auch schnell. Oh, die Kirche, Alter.
This is the new A-Class. Like any car, it has a display, but you can make it look like this, or maybe this. Yeah, that's a nice one. Smooth job, developers. This is how you open it, and this is how you control things.
Hey, Mercedes, it's getting hot in here.
I have set the temperature to 21 degrees.
Maybe you guys want some privacy. Talking is more natural. Watch this. Hey, Mercedes, get in touch with Mom.
Calling Mom.
Guess who's on social media? They make it so difficult.
Sorry, dude.
Hold on, sweetie. I'm learning how to hashtag.
It can even break when it needs to. You know, just in case. The voice control's amazing.
Hey, Mercedes, play me some hip-hop.
And these wheels? Slow, my God, that looks good. So yeah, it's a car, but a car that is a little more like you. The new A-Class with Mercedes Me. Just like you.
Rechnung!
bessere Antworten, wie alles geht. Wenn das Leben unerwartet mehr kostet, haben BAWAG PSK Kontobox-Kunden einen 500 € Finanzpuffer, den sie ohne Zinsen und Kosten nutzen können. Die BAWAG PSK.
Welcome back. We're here still in Vienna. It's a little bit overcast here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about, first of all, because, you know, the racing's amazing. Like, we love the racing. This town hall behind us.
Oh, wow.
Holy banana boats. Like, that is a sensational building, by the way.
Yeah, if you have never been to Vienna, please do, because it's beautiful here.
Yeah, I came here in April for season 1, and I was in the outskirts, so I didn't really see too much, and then, so I was a bit disappointed, like, oh, Vienna, everyone says it's beautiful, but it's not. Came at this time, blown away, right in the centre, it is unbelievable. But anyway, let's got to talk about racing.
Oh, racing, yeah.
So Storm, of course, wins out in race number 1, picks up the big 12 bomb, the 12 points here. You can see them on screen right now. Any punch-ups happening right now? No, doesn't look like it.
No.
Looks like Isaac's tweeting his fans. He's got the best fans in the world. Isaac, the other, there's 2 Isaacs.
Oh, yeah.
Are tweeting their fans.
Yeah.
Isaacs have the best fans in the world.
I'm the real Isaac. No, I'm the real Isaac.
Yeah, so who is the real Isaac? I guess we'll find out in the race 2, to be fair.
This is the, like, the trophy, the money, whatever.
Yeah, it's all about who's the real Isaac.
Yeah, obviously.
So, of course, we've got race number 2 here. We are at Red Bull GP with the Mercedes AMG GT3. This should be very interesting indeed. Of course, Storm leads the way with those 12 points. Magic Michael came in second spot, so has 11 points right now. This is without protest or anything like that happening in the background. And then, of course, in third position was VP Isaac. Then Darwin Dalma finished down in fourth position. And then fifth was VP Boxer Forever, I would imagine.
You have way better memory than
I
I
do.
do.
I'm going to go for VP Boxer Forever. And then Mangator and Dorneyden were the last 2, with GT Isaac coming in sixth position. I think I've absolutely nailed it. Again, look at that glistening trophy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's almost as shiny as your hair. No, I'm not going to go there.
No,
I can't do it to you.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. My dad's watching at home and he will be fuming with me. Absolutely livid with me about that. I'm sorry, my man. But yeah, we are going to be here for race 2 now. I think we're going to ready. I think we should do this.
Yeah.
It's the final race of the A1 Esports Season 2. We've been building up for this moment. Is Storm going to finally get that? Well, actually, the top 4, none of them have ever won a major competition here. So there's a big newbie who's going to win a major here on Project Cars 2. Well, I'm ready to do this. I'm going to ready up myself.
Yeah,
it is race time here at Red Bull GP. With these GT3 cars, should be very familiar to these guys. It's the one car that everyone races, GT3.
Yeah, of course. This is one of the... GT3 is the class that if you open Project Cars, you go to the browse lobby section, you just open the list, and I think 60 or 70% of the races is in GT3, and half of them is on Monza, but that's a different story.
Well, half of them are on Monza for about 20 seconds. Yeah, turn 1's fun for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are here with the best of the best, so I'm not expecting any Monza-esque turn 1 incidents here. And again, I love that transition.
Well, I'm a little nauseous after that, though. Like, did you see us fly off?
Oh, there's a little bit. Whoever come up with that transition deserves a raise, that's for sure.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, so you can see then, we are on board with Storm. We've got people taking selfies with us outside the fish tank. But yes, so Storm, obviously the winner of race number 1. We're here at the Red Bull GP, and do you want to talk us through this circuit? You're quite aware with it. So.
I am aware with the circuit. It's a very hard circuit if you don't know the special things of these turns. Like you have this turn number 1 where you can run a little bit wide, but not too wide, because that's the green stuff over there on the left.
The green stuff?
The green stuff, yeah. What do you call it?
AstroTurf.
AstroTurf, the green stuff. You can run wide over it, and in the next corners you can see that there's curbs over there behind the curbs. There's this, again, the AstroTurf. And if you run over it over there, you will hit the grass there, and you will just lose all traction. And this is one of the most important turns to actually get some traction, because these high-speed corners over here, they're so easy to mess up. Like if you hit the apex on the inside, just perfectly, you're going to be like half a second faster than the other guys. But if you hit it too much, you're going to be completely losing the car. And this whole following section, you will be slower.
Yeah, wonderful. I love the way that you're looking directly at me as you're saying all these mistakes happen, because that's where I make all my mistakes. Really appreciate that.
The people watching didn't see that, man. You didn't have to point that out.
You know, these things happen. We're now going to start a flying lap here with Storm. Of course, he was on pole position for the first race, so I'm expecting absolute fireworks here. He is going to go for it. Hammer and Tong, I would imagine. Turn number 1 then, of course. He's going to grab a little bit of curb on the inside. You can run wide here around the first turn and, of course, the final turn. You can run a lot wider than you would, so might see overtakes then. Turn number 1, obviously, an uphill braking zone as well, so people can, you know, push the limits there, push the boundaries of overtaking. And, you know, of course, there's going to be a lot of slipstream because there's a long straight there. So there could be some outbreaking of each other, going off track, making mistakes. I think there could be genuine fireworks in this session.
Oh, absolutely. And you mentioned the last and the first turn. You can run wide there. There's actually a little bit of a reminder there. There's, let's call it the curves, the green stuff, and then some red stuff. It's the green and the red AstroTurf. If you run on the red, you will get a penalty. If you stay on the green, you're fine. Even though all 4 wheels are over the white line at that point, which usually gives you a penalty, and which makes this a really weird track, because you can really cut corners and run wide at some point.
Absolutely agree with you there. We can see that we've already got one provisional time in, which is Darwin Daumer, posted a 41.7. Which I'm expecting to be absolutely obliterated, by the way. Boxer Forever then. Oh, that's a lovely livery car, by the way. We haven't gone through the liveries. 128 livery there. Well, that is nice. That's right now livery of the day.
Yeah.
We haven't done that game yet today.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, actually, now, Mangator went pole provisionally for a short time. Magic Michael has taken the spoils now. We're going to watch as a couple of these. Oh, Storm again, half a second. And, well, there you go. That one, actually, you can see there that Darwin Daumer. Or was that? Yeah, Darwin Daumer's gone up into second spot here by 3/10. So Storm took pole position, but Magic Michael finds himself down in 3rd position right now. The times are going to absolutely tumble. But we'll check out the cars they're using. We've got here the very generic livery here for Storm in the grey and yellow, number 16. Darwin Daumer then, he's gone for the livery he used in the qualifiers here. We've got 3 VB drivers, and I've asked them if they could use different liveries, and they did, which is you know, thank you, guys. Really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Magic Michael in the beloved Hot Wheels livery.
I think we have a contender here.
Everybody has a soft spot for the Hot Wheels. I'm putting the thumbs up for livery today at the moment.
Yeah.
We've still got a couple to look at here. Then we've got G2 Isaac. In no way has he gone for the same one as Magic Michael.
Oh.
He can't win now. There's 2 of them. They can't win.
Disqualified.
Yeah, disqualified from the livery test here, or the livery competition. Mangator then's gone for a grey with a red stripe there. Oh, hello. Oh, someone having a little moment there. Boxer Forever. I like that from Boxer Forever. I do. Might have to give it to him, you know. There's Dorneyden. Oh, okay. Oh. That's just sleek, isn't it? That is sleek.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little blue stripe there, down in the middle of the car.
I want to see the side of that car.
But I think we've got to pay homage to Borneo here.
Oh.
It's the Borneo livery. We've got to go for Borneo here in that orange and baby blue. And actually, he goes up into 3rd spot, this VP Isaac.
Wow.
Very good time indeed. A couple of people crossing the line there. No one. Oh, hello. Darwin Daumer, pole position. 1.5 tenths then. And I tell you what, that could be absolutely vital here. If a couple of VP drivers could get ahead of Storm, they could genuinely work together here as a team to get one of their drivers that top spot.
Yeah, so where did Darwin Daumer finish in the first race?
4th.
4th.
Yeah, because Isaac made that overtake, didn't he, with a couple of laps to go. But yeah, Darwin Daumer, it would actually, to be fair, if there's anyone who could be ahead of Storm right now, perfect for him it would be Darwin Daumer, because he's, you know, 3 positions below him from the previous race. If Magic Michael was ahead of him or Isaac was ahead of him, then he could be in some trouble. But right now, he would take the way the grid is formed here.
This is actually where he might be thinking, well, second, it's fine. I'm fine. Let's finish the race in this. Well, that's.
Hold on, Sally. That is a moment.
And that will be in his head.
Yes, of course. And we've spoken about people going into the pits early. They put in their maximum time. They found a time that maybe they didn't find in practice. Then they head into the pits. We've not seen that yet today. Although Magic Michael's in the pits, but I've got a funny suspicion he's going to be coming back out because he's 4th. Yeah, of course. But sometimes they find that time that they're just like, wow, where has that come from? The perfect lap, let's say. Lewis Hamilton, Singapore. He had no idea where that come from.
Oh, no.
No one has any idea where that come from.
I always question, like, do they even remember the lap?
Yeah.
Like, they did it. They see their time on the board, and did I just do that? Like.
But you look at them when they're analysing each other, because obviously the 2 semi-finals were separate today, and I'm watching these guys analyse their fellow competitors. And they're just saying the same things as what we are. Oh, braking later there. So, like, it's weird. I don't think they really know themselves when they really hit it. An unbelievable time. Storm, they're really taking limits with the final corner here. And I'm pretty sure, well, that might count, actually, to be fair. Is he going to go back on the pole position? Does not find that time. So Darwin Dowmer here has thrown a spanner in the works, that's for sure. Because Storm would have liked 2 wins here, guaranteed. Big prize money. I'm off home, back to France. You know, may take a couple of days off uni.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, go partying. I don't know what Storm doesn't actually drink, to be fair. So he'd be partying a soft play area. He's quite a young man. He'd just be down the local park on the swings. He's that kind of guy. He loves it. G2 Isaac up to third. That is a big surprise then. So now Isaac up to third in World Championship favourite Magic Michael under pressure here down in 6th, but it is only a 0.6 of a second top 6 spread.
Well, I'm speechless.
Yeah, that's a hell of a time.
It's weird to see that in the qualifications, the qualification rounds, the 6 weeks we did before, you would see maybe a 1 second difference between the whole grid on such a lap. Right now, it's 1.1 second between the 8 best drivers of the world, and I'm baffled by it. I was expecting it to be a lot closer, but these guys are actually struggling.
Yeah, there's a few of them really are struggling. Watching Isaac again, is he going to improve once again? Oh, he does. Doesn't improve his position though. But it's now a 2/10 spread over the top 3. Dorneyden's found some pace here now. He moves up to 4th. Magic Michael down into 6th now. Isaac all the way down in 5th position. So Isaac, for me, and Magic Michael, those two are the favourites, are struggling here in this final. And we always say that they're surprises at LAN finals. Offline finals, everyone's using the same rig. They've not got the creature comforts of that special cushion they like, you know, to sit on, or that special chair, or just little creature comforts they've got around them. They've all got the same setups here. Dorneyden goes second, 200ths of a second. And I'll tell you what, Storm now will be 50p, 5p time, because he's got some people around him. He's almost mid-pack now.
If they finish right like this, it's only 1 point different now.
Well, yeah, Darwin Dowmer would be 1 point behind Storm. There's a lot of racing here to come, but this is speechless.
Yeah.
Actual Vision is speechless.
Well, grab your cameras.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and get the popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, because this is about to get frisky here. We've got 50 seconds left to go then on the clock. You can see Dorneyden's probably on his last lap here. Then we've got VP Darwin Dowmer still on that pole position, and he's out on the quick lap here as well. Where is he coming up to on the circuit right now? He's actually coming through. He's just got done the first sector here. Yes, just done the first sector here. Now coming down towards the hairpin. So this will be his last effort as well. Let's check out Dorneyden. Has he got that pace to potentially take pole position?
Oh, he's looking like he's running really clean lines, not taking too many risks.
He's one of my favourite people to watch drive. I've commentated on him in multiple esports now, and he is smooth as silk. He is ridiculously smooth. Mangator is just being overtaken. He's down in 8th position. Dorneyden across the line. Did he improve? No, he didn't. He's in the pits then. Magic Michael's the one to watch out for then. So he's actually now coming through the 2nd sector. He will be the last across the line, I believe. Darwin Dowmer is coming up towards the final couple of corners. Is he going to cement his position on that front row of the grid? Is anyone going to be able to get themselves up into the front row with him? He's run wide there. That may be it for him. We'll see, though. Uses every inch of the track possible. He's going to come across the line. Is he going to put even more pressure on the rest of these guys then? Across the line he goes. No improvement then. So now Storm, well, actually, I think Storm might be the last person across the line here. Yes, he will be. G2 Isaac. Well, no, I think G2 Isaac might be the last. Oh, no, G2 Isaac's now coming through, actually, into the final couple of corners. We've got VP Isaac there. Where's Magic? Magic Michael across the line. Does he improve then? Needs to find 0.6 of a second. Oh, he finds 4. He goes up to 5th. Top 5 separated by 2.5 right now then. Storm is on a lap of dreams here though. He's got 2 more corners to go. Is he going to take this top spot, or is he even going to get to the front row of the grid? If he finds a 10.5 here, he is going to be pole sitter here for race number 2.
He's looking quick.
He's looking very quick here. He's taking the final corner as strongly as you possibly can. Across the line he's going to go. Does he take that pole position? Yes, he does! Wow. 0.5 of a second here! Wow. Storm for TX3 has absolutely smashed the field to pieces here, and now he's obvious favourite here to win the big bucks here.
It's
wow.
Classic Storm, right at the death. Oh, it's
It is literally a second to go. Qualifying is over here. TX3 Storm, take a bow. You have just made me very excited indeed.
Yes.
Darwin Dowman must have thought that was in the bag, and it's gone.
It's. Do we have a winner here?
Well, you know, he's starting in the best position. He's got pole.
Yeah.
He's won the first race. Now he's on pole position once again.
He's got everything. He only needs to finish this race now.
Well, yeah. Just stay ahead, basically.
Yeah.
You make it sound so easy, Bubble. He's got 7 of the best esports drivers in the world.
It is pretty easy.
Here we go then, guys. It's race time. The lights have gone out. We're green here. We're on board with Storm going up towards turn number 1. Already goes across, but Darwin Dowman's got a fantastic start. Up to turn 1. Storm cannot cover him off. And I think VP Darwin Dowman's going to hold on here. Storm around the outside. Squeezed out on the exit and does hold on. I tell you what, both those drivers there had huge respect for each other. Hard but fair racing. Fantastic work. Slipstream them up in towards turn number 2. And you can see side by side then Dorneyden and Magic Michael's coming through the field here. Up towards turn 2, then Dorneyden has the inside line. And now, well, Dorneyden's going to hold on here. Darwin Dowman with a mistake, though. Momentum shift here. Actually, Darwin Dowman's moved down. Magic Michael up to second spot here. And we could have a Goliath battle. 5th up to 2nd in 2 corners. Darwin Dowman fighting here. And is he going to...
He's on the grass.
He's got to win this race. He knows what he's got to do right now. Darwin Dowman's got... Oh, what a save. What a save. 3 wide in the back there as well. You can see it is G2 Isaac. We've got to stay on board with the leaders here. Let's check out the cockpit cam. Nearly at the end of lap number 1, up towards the final sector here. And Magic Michael's made a glorious start here. And that is quite simply magical.
I need to see a replay of that. I cannot imagine how that looked from his point of view.
Oh.
He must be screaming right now in his chair.
It looked absolutely clean as a whistle for us here. 5th up to 2nd. And, you know, to be a great esports driver, you need moments like that. That was absolutely fantastic. You can see that Storm looked like he may have lost a rear there on the curb, but actually held onto it nicely. Storm again, half a second in the lead here, and the pressure now is on Magic Michael. Magic Michael has to win this for any chance of him taking the big prize money. Storm makes a mistake here. Momentum shift then. Magic Michael, is he going to be able to draw up alongside him? I think up by turn number 2, he might be close enough here to make a little dive around the outside. Storm, I imagine, is going to go defensive on the inside line. He does it really early. He actually telegraphs it to Magic Michael. Get the TV camera on. Here we go, round the outside there. Magic Michael will be able to get the power early because of the less acute angle he's going to take, but Storm does still... side by side on the grass! Storm has squeezed him onto the grass there. And I'm just wondering if that's going to be a penalty, but I think that would, if that was protested, he would actually get that taken away regardless. He's going around the outside. Bubbles getting excited. He's gone for the switchback, the whoop-de-wop. Is he going to get the nose up there? No, he doesn't. Very close indeed here. Now this is racing, Bubble.
This is putting pressure on the one in front. I think he saw that mistake from Storm and thought, okay, I need to get this. I'm getting this. I'm going to get pressure on there and I'm going to force you into a mistake. And it's looking spectacular.
I'm going to be completely honest here. I believe that Magic Michael's angry that we've not picked his livery as livery today. And that has really put a bee in his bonnet right now. Is there any penalty? No penalty for him right now. So I'm again going cockpit cam. This is the battle we want to see. Whoever comes out on top here, you know, if Magic Michael comes out on top, it'll be tied on points, and it will go down to countback, of course, on the fastest laps here. Storm again, not looking, you know, as good through turn number 1. Are we going to see yet another mistake here? Magic Michael now again within 0.4 of a second, up towards turn number 1 here. And is Magic Michael going to be able to get on the brakes later here? You can see he's braking at the same point there. Storm again, not looking good.
No.
Bad momentum out of the first corner there. Actually, to be fair, completely wrong. Storm's actually pulling away here. But Magic Michael, it's a 20-minute race this time. It has been extended by 5 minutes from the first race. So as long as he can keep putting that pressure on Storm, there's always going to be that opportunity for him.
Yeah, and people will sometimes ask, like, what is it with pressure? Like, what can pressure do with you? And we're getting the evidence right here. I think Storm is feeling the pressure and trying to put in those qualification times during the race. You're going to be making mistakes like that. You want to cut that
Magic Michael, the brakes really late there, has to run out wide and actually gives the opportunity then to Storm. But you can see then in the background, Darwin Dowman, I believe, in 3rd position. Yeah, he's closing in nicely here. And I've got a funny suspicion that the Storm is not the quickest man on track. This man right here for Team VP is the quickest man on track, but he has got someone in front of him called Magic Michael and another driver called TX3 Storm.
Yeah, so I would like to see a three-way battle right to the end, but as you also know, during these battles, you will be destroying your tires.
Oh, yes.
So if this is going to be a 3-way battle, they might throw away their own race here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Battling this hard, this early in the race, your tires are going to be absolutely knackered at the end. And you might even see people like Dorniden make a run for first position if these guys
He's
will
got a
slow
penalty,
down.
unfortunately. He does look really quick here, though. You can see the lap times then is a 1:28.352 then for Storm, a 1:28.8 then, so a bit of a drop-off here for Magic Michael, which has now put him into the clutches here of Darwin Dowmer with 15 minutes to go, 28.4 then, so almost matching Storm's lap time. And actually, Magic Michael is the one under pressure here, because Darwin Dowmer is going to look to make a move. Magic Michael then goes defensive just before the braking zone, turns out and blocks off the move then on the exit. Storm runs wide there, so does Darwin Dowmer, and actually, they're all making mistakes here. 8/10 covers of them. You could cover these guys with a loincloth.
What do you think? Was that enough room he left there? Like,
absolutely, it was before the braking zone. For me, that is, you know, you can have community races, you can have races with your friends where, you know, you're all respectful and stuff, but, you know, when it gets to this top elite level, that isn't frowned upon there. That is hard, aggressive defending. Darwin Dowmer didn't plow, you know, Darwin Dowmer expected it, because he did not plow into the back of him there.
True.
And I tell you what, Darwin Dowmer is one of the fairest drivers there are in esports, but he would have done exactly the same there.
That's true. That's maybe true, yeah. And this is also where you see the evidence of having to defend will make you slower. If someone is behind you and you have to defend and someone's in front of you, they will drive away from you. That's probably what we're going to be seeing here. If Magic Michael
that's a moment.
Yeah, there it is.
He's held on there. That's the second lap in a row, though, and I think Magic Michael chasing Storm down may have burnt down that front left-hand tyre.
Yeah.
Darwin Dowmer looks the hungriest here. We'll check the lap times again as across the line. Not going to be too much in it, really, here. You can see a 1:28.7, so Storm was a little bit slower there, and that's a 28.5 then for Magic Michael and, of course, Darwin Dowmer. Storm there nearly get the car sideways, but actually Magic Michael looks like he's got the best run out of turn number 1. Storm under a little bit of pressure here, and the slipstream you'll see as they get to the higher gears is really where the engine has to do the work, and that's where the slipstream is absolutely key.
Absolutely, and then it's of course at the end of the straight.
That's a big moment, and there we go. Magic Michael, he was this close on lap number 1, and he made a move on him, and we know he's really good at braking downhill. Coming down in towards turn number 3 here at the Red Bull GP circuit. He's going to go out wide here, and here's Storm's not going to defend it here. We're going to go TV camera around the outside. He's going to get the power on it. I thought he got it done there, but actually that's Darwin Dowmer. Storm's made a mistake defending here. That could potentially be a slowdown penalty, and now all 3 of these guys are battling for the lead. Magic Michael is defending and attacking at the same time.
Wow.
It's one thing attacking or defending at this level, but to do both in one move, that is phenomenal. But look how close these guys are. This is esports, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we want to see, and this is sensational.
And this is also why these guys are the top of the line. If you would have any online lobby with 3 guys this close, having to defend and attack, there would be incidents like after lap 1, and these guys are so close, and they didn't even make contact once.
No, absolutely not. You see, Storm there didn't use as much of the runoff there on that lap, which says to me he has not got the same speed advantage here. Magic Michael, again, seems really good on the brakes. Storm goes defensive and does exactly what Magic Michael did to Darwin Dowmer with the defense there. Beautiful to work there. Let's check out here. VP Isaac then in behind, and actually I feel like Dorniden's got the disadvantage here. We've got to stay on board with the top 3 here. We cannot move from that. We're going to go on board here with Darwin Dowmer.
He's closing in.
Magic Michael again going around the outside. Darwin Dowmer will close in here because these are both going to be slow. Magic Michael's then going for the whoop-de-wop on the inside. Storm's made a mistake. He's run wide. Here we go, side by side. He cannot defend him onto the grass. I think Magic Michael's going to do him here into the braking zone, but is Darwin Dowmer going to try and follow him through here? He'd be clever to go inside here because Storm is going to be hung out to dry. Storm goes late on the brakes there, closes across the bonnet, and there we go. Darwin Dowmer taking an opportunity here, and I'll tell you what, if Darwin Dowmer finishes second here, Storm could lose his whole championship.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It is all on the line right now.
He has to defend right now.
He does indeed. Wow, this is unbelievable racing. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go, and I don't know whether my heart could take this, but I'm hoping it does continue.
Do you think he knows whether he has the fastest lap or not?
Oh, no idea. They would have no idea. And also, it's on the fly. These laps can be changed. They can get quicker.
Here we go.
Darwin Dowmer's having a little go. Storm's going to go defensive again. Storm there squeezing on to the grass a little bit there, but Darwin Dowmer wasn't really alongside him there, so a very, very a fair move there. But I tell you what, Magic Michael's not driving away here, and actually Storm may be able to attack again.
What's
happening? Is ebb and flowing crazy.
What is happening? Like, did he actually destroy his tires there in the beginning of the race?
I'm not too sure here. He was pressing really hard here. And now Storm's made that mistake. It's going to be a drag race then. Up to turn 2. Magic Michael's got the position done there. Storm, that's naughty. Really naughty by Storm there. Squeezing Darwin Dowmer. But Darwin Dowmer's held on here. He's got the inside line then. Going up in towards turn number 2. And Storm's managed to hold on there. He's gone really late on the brakes. Darwin Dowmer with a whoopty-wop. Here we go. Down in towards turn number 3. It's going to be side by side. Is Storm going to lose a position twice in the same corner? And you can see Storm is not able to squeeze him. And actually, it looks like Darwin Dowmer got a poor exit there out of turn number 2. And Darwin Dowmer's trying to find every inch of the track on the brakes on the grass there. Very risky track. Storm's gone in deep here and covered it off nicely. And at this point now, it doesn't look like Storm's even worried about Magic Michael. He wants to tie on points and he wants it to put it into a lottery almost.
Yeah, and this is where Storm must be thinking, leave me alone. I'm battling for the win here. I'm battling for the championship.
Darwin Dowmer, big moment! Holds on, what a save!
Oh man, that has to be so great.
Storm's got to be smiling there, right? It's his first bit of respite for however long. I know he's obviously wanting to lead the race, but Magic Michael didn't give him a moment's peace, and neither's Darwin Dowmer. Darwin Dowmer's looking racy right now. We saw with Nico Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton in previous season when Nico Rosberg won the World Championships. Hamilton tried backing him up at Abu Dhabi. Are we going to see Magic Michael here try and back Storm up into VP Darwin Dowmer?
That would be a smart move, although we are seeing right now that he is driving away from him, and I don't have a feeling Darwin Dowmer will ever back down.
Yeah, so it's a clever strategy by Magic Michael, because he's now putting pressure on Storm to match him for lap times, which means he could potentially make a mistake. Also knowing that Darwin Dowmer's very close behind him. So, you know, he's got in the mirror a big red car, a big Mercedes badge in that mirror, and obviously he's also got to try and push to try and get the lead again in this race. So I think Storm's in the worst position here out of all 3 of these drivers.
Absolutely. He must be screaming in his chair right now. This is not a position you want to be in there, especially if you win the first race and be on pole position in the second race and then be in this position where you have to attack, defend at the same time and attack the guy that you're actually fighting for the championship.
Do you know what the best thing about this is? We are gonna, if this stays like this, we're gonna completely lost our voices, completely lost our minds, lost everything about us, and we still won't know who won it.
Yeah.
It's going to be ridiculous.
We're going to call it a tie and go home.
Yeah,
right?
That's it. We're just going to go tie that, dude. Magic Michael here is backing Storm up into Darwin Dowmer.
He is.
He is 100% slowing down. We'll see by the lap times here. They're all doing 28s, 29s, and you can see on this lap, we'll see as they come across the line, Magic Michael is going to back Storm into Darwin Dowmer. Now, this is a risky strategy because if he does get overtaken by Storm, it is game over. A 129.7, okay, so it's about the same as he did the previous lap, but it's visibly smaller. He's definitely backing him up here. We're going to go on board with Darwin Dowmer and see what this is going to do to the situation. But he's got to pick and choose his moments here. You know, you don't want to be coming out of turn number 1 up towards turn number 2 with him right up your chuff pipe. You know what I mean? You don't want him that close.
No, you don't want anybody that close, especially when when so much.
Oh, that's a mistake there by Magic Michael, but I think that's a clever mistake. Again, he's able to get on the power earlier because he's gone out wide, but he's going to slow down the apex speed of Storm.
You think that was a fake mistake?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Oh, absolutely. I think this guy's clever.
You're calling him out.
Man, he's been unbelievable at leading races. He's been almost impossible to beat when leading races. He is definitely playing tactics here to slow, and it's viable.
Oh yeah,
there's 6,000 euros for the first position. He's got to do it.
It is part of racing.
And he obviously knows something we don't know about the fastest laps here.
Oh yeah.
So he's got to do this track. He's got 7 minutes to do it. Storm with a mistake there.
Well, there we go.
But he should be able to get the power pretty well there. Obviously not the acute angle that Darwin Dowmer had. This is close, Bubble.
Yeah.
This is close.
This is exactly what we wanted when we came here. This is it. This is what we asked for.
Oh man, the first race was not the most ideal for commentary, but the second race, well, my voice is nearly gone here.
Yeah,
my sanity is on the ropes right now. And again, Magic Michael leads this race here with Storm in second. That is the role reversal of race number 1. So right now they are tied on points here for the big $6,000 or euros. I'm making up currency here. Storm with a mistake then. Darwin Dowmer has got the momentum here up towards turn number 2. You can see that Magic Michael is trying to stop Storm from getting that slipstream here. We're on the best seat of the house here with Darwin Dowmer. Wow. Storm closing him off then. He's got to go the opposite way. Storm's made the movement now. He cannot close him back off. Magic Michael with the mistake then gets sideways. Storm's been on. Oh, he's on the
Yeah.
brakes. Darwin Dower's going to push up alongside him here. And I think Magic Michael has caused Storm to lose a position. We're going to go TV camera down towards turn number 3.
Oh, he's not there yet.
I think he's done it.
No, not there yet.
I think the Magic Michael has pulled an absolute blinder here out of the pack, an ace out of his pack, side by side, almost touching. Darwin Dower's got the move done, but Storm's trying to hold on. He's got the inside leg through the left-hander. But hold me,
How
Bart.
is he still beside him? How is he still there? He's taking the position back.
No, he's not, because he's been whoopty-whopped back again here.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord. Darwin Dower. Storm makes a mistake, runs wide. That could be key. Darwin Dower's got it. And that stems from turn number 2. Storm's, he's tried too hard. He's tried too hard, and it's now going to be a penalty for Storm.
Poor guy.
And it looks like Magic Michael here is, well, that is strategy.
If that's a penalty, that's his championship.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gone. It's gone for him. We'll see it. The name on the left-hand side of the screen will go red next to Storm, I believe. I can't see it being any other way. He is in second position. If he does get away with it here, we're going to have that tie. Darwin Dower tried absolutely everything there. And I tell you what, from Storm and Darwin Dower, they both need to take a bow because that was unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
Storm hasn't got a penalty here.
How they both survived that, and just the tactics being deployed there by Magic Michael. This is quality.
Yeah.
And this is, as I said, probably way more exciting than Formula 1.
Oh, absolutely. Darwin Dower then has got to try and make this move again. Magic Michael is slowing him down again half a second.
Yeah,
he's going for it second attempt here. He's done it once before. He knows he's got the capabilities again. Breaking the slipstream, and then he'll get on the brakes perfectly for the apex, and then just slow on the apex on the exit.
Going on the outside again.
Oh, Darwin Dower will be able to get the power nice and early here.
Even.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
It's complete opposite here. Storm was.
Yeah,
a little bit of a squeeze there by Storm.
Was that enough room?
No, we'll leave the stewards to that. I think we'll let the stewards deal with that. But yeah, Storm. I don't know. They were side by side. I think Storm could have pulled in a little bit more there.
Yeah.
I think money was in his eyes at that point. But, again, we'll let the admins deal with that. But right now, Magic Michael, we're going to now start seeing lap times here from Magic Michael, I believe, because now he knows they're going to be tied on points. And actually, it might go down to the gap between the two drivers over the course of the two races here. So Magic Michael now may have shot himself in the foot with the slowing down tactics. I don't know what's going on. And also, because of the harsh braking he's been doing on the apex, has his tyres gone? Is Magic Michael in trouble here? Are we going to potentially see Storm go out and take the win and take any doubt out of this prize?
Well, if his tyres were knackered from the first couple of laps, he was slowing down in these laps, so he didn't have to push as hard as he normally would because he was slowing down. So maybe we still have some good tyres there, and the Storm actually had to defend and attack all this time, so probably his tires will be way worse than Magic Michael's.
But he's only got 3 minutes. That is the big factor here. Probably going to be enough for 2.5 more laps here. Storm has got to put the hammer down here. He's 0.8 of a second now. Looks like Magic Michael's now found his mojo back again. So it's definitely on purpose. So yeah, of course, Storm now in second position. He's 1:29.4 in that previous lap, so he was quicker than Magic Michael, but Magic Michael's found that extra level again. That little switch that he seems to have is done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just beautiful. It's what you would expect from top-of-the-line racers, but if you actually see it being deployed, someone slowing someone else down to actually get the race win, that's just brilliant.
Can we have a quick little mention of the Battle of the Isaacs? It is Isaac from Team VP that leads, and he's in 4th position. So the real Isaac right now is VP Isaac. So we've got that out of the way, but we're going to go back with the front two here and back to Cockpit Cam. We want to check out the Storm versus Magic Michael. And is it a Storm in a teacup right now, or is he going to really unleash it upon Mr. Magic Michael? Magic Michael, again, he may have that nice little comfortable 0.8 of a second gap, but one mistake and it is all over.
Yeah. Actually, I saw Storm do it again now. That he hit the curb, and then he ran a little bit wider than I would expect you to be able to. But he doesn't have a penalty. So
he knows every single limit.
And I think he knows it better than Magic Michael.
Yeah, potentially here, potentially. But ultimately, Magic Michael's winning this race, so you can't really argue against him. And he's tried some tactics here today. He's really tried some. Some people will frown upon it. But in a championship, you've got to do everything possible to win.
Of course.
And it wasn't dirty. It's not like he's crashed into anybody.
No, I don't think there was even contact on that incident there. I think even if you would look at the replay, you would find that Storm did leave enough room, and they were both just oversteering too much there in that corner. And maybe he thought there wasn't enough room, but there was. Yeah, but that's something you would have to see in a replay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, but right now it's looking very, very likely. We've got one lap remaining here at the Red Bull GP circuit, and it's looking like Magic Michael's going to pick up the win here, but Storm is going to finish in second, which is exactly the reverse of the first race, which means they will be both tied on 23 points.
Imagine if their fastest laps
are the same. We'll have another race. I'm all for it. As long as you throw Darwin Dowmer in it as well, I am all for that race. Looks like Veloce, then Magic Michael for race number 2 here of the A1 Esports Season 2 finale. Comes across the line, picks up that 12 points, and he will be super, super happy with that. Then in second spot is TX3 Storm. Then in third position is Isaac with the penalties of Dorneyden, of course, finishing down in 4th position. Then we have got G2 Isaac in 5th spot. Then in 6th position, well, I'm sure we'll get up now. There we go. Boxer forever for Team VP. VP Darwin Dowmer, very unfortunate there. And again, I'm sure that will be looked at by the admins. And then Mangator finishing out the top 8 there. All 8 in 8th position. So, wow, what a couple of races we've just had there. Especially the second one. Like you could tell, my voice is absolutely shot to pieces.
I have never heard this. I watch basically all of your streams, but I've never heard your voice being this shattered. It's amazing. We got what we asked for. We have Magic Michael struggling for first place, and we actually have to be looking at times now to see who won this championship.
Give him the respect he deserves in the fact that he qualified 5th position in the field of the quality we have here, to go from 5th to manage to win this race. And it was do or die. If he didn't win this race and Storm went and won it, that was game over for the championship. You know, this is his big opportunity to finally get that Project Cars notch on his belt. And he went out there, duly delivered, and you know we're still waiting for the final results to come through here. So I think we're going to go and have a message from our sponsors here at the A1 Esports Season number 2. So yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes, and yeah, stay tuned because it is going to be an epic, epic ceremony here and give that big trophy away. Look at that trophy. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, I'm a little bit hoarse because that was an exceptional final from the drivers, but they have been after this trophy. Here you go. You can see him in the flesh now. It's Bubble Bar.
Hello. Yeah, it's on. That's me. Yeah, I was in there in the fish tank.
What a final race that was. Obviously, they were tied on points going into the results. We didn't even know who won, and we're not going to disclose that information. But I want to welcome up every single driver who made it to today's final. The Austrian qualifiers, all of the European qualifiers, all 16. If you can come up on stage then, guys, so you can receive your round of applause. They're a little bit shy. If you want to come up, guys, all of the Austrian and European qualifiers for the A1 Esports League Season 2. Come on. Let's give them a round of applause. What a final product they put on for you guys today.
Here they come.
So there you have it. There are your finalists. So I'm going to call third, second, and then our eventual winner up to talk to me. So third, Isaac, come have a little chat with me. Congratulations on coming third here in season number 2 of the A1 Esports. Again, a round of applause, guys. Come on. So obviously you took the hard route here. You didn't do qualifier number 1. If people who are not aware, there was 36 points up for grabs in every qualification, and every qualification counted. So there was 5 weeks of events. This man here missed the first one and still managed to get into the top 6 on PC to make today's event. I had you down to win it. I really did. You come in the top 3, which is a massive, massive achievement. But how do you feel about your performance today?
It was massively intense. I didn't get the time to practice this week, so I didn't expect a lot from myself. But still, coming third, such a great venue, great competitors, it's amazing.
Yeah, you've got a lot to take away from, this event especially. Like, it's been fantastic. I'm now going to move on to second place, but well done to Isaac on his third position. Second spot then, the man from the Czech Republic. Is he here? Where is he? Is he got the train? He's had to go. He's fast. Wow. He's actually had to go. But we are now going to go to our winner then. I think we're just going to hand the trophy over, aren't we? Our winner then is TX3 Storm.
Come on. There we go.
Congratulations, buddy.
So that's a pretty good performance there. I would like to invite on stage Marco Nerina from A1 with the thing that matters, I guess.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? Do you know how much it is?
6,000 euros.
There you go.
Once again, guys, our winner, TX3 Storm! Okay then, let's have a little word with our winner. Obviously, I feel like I've watched you from the very beginning of your sim racing journey. And I did have a few comments during the stream about when you were a little bit younger, you may have come across a little bit arrogant maybe at times, but I've seen you grow into, the human you are now, and now all of a sudden you've picked up a major award on Project Cars 2. How does it feel to be the A1 Esports League Season 2 winner?
Absolutely speechless. Like, it's my first ever offline event win. And I'm just so grateful for the whole team supporting me. It's just so important to have a team around you, able to push you sometimes, and to motivate you. And I really want to thank everybody in TX3. And yeah, that's the result of a very, very, very hard work. And it feels insane.
You can tell you're filled with emotion right now. Obviously, it's been a pleasure for me and Bart to cast. Have you got any final words on this, man?
I just loved it. I have one more question. Were you actually screaming in your chair when you being backed into Darwin?
I was.
I thought so. Yeah. Thank you for some amazing content here. I think everyone here enjoyed it. I know we did.
I've got no voice left. I'll shout it one more time. The winner of the A1 League Esports Season 2 on Project Cars 2 is TX3 Storm. Well done, mate. Let's go jump in the crowd. I want to cut it now. Got it. Wherever he wants to go.
get older, life becomes all about following a few simple rules. Dress proper. Get a real job. Spend time with family. Dance to the beat of your own drum. Work hard. Get married. Move to the suburbs. Start a family. Be humble. Time to grow up.
Du kannst die größte E-Sports-Liga Österreichs erleben. Die A1 E-Sports League Austria. Jetzt mitfiebern beim Finale auf der Game City. Oder live im Stream mit dem Huawei P20 um 0 €. Du kannst alles. A1.
Oh, aber wie sterben die denn im Döner? Die scheißen uns in die Hose, Alter. Sie haben auch Schneiden. Oh, die Kirche, Alter.
This is the new A-Class. Like any car, it has a display, but you can make it look like this, or maybe this. Yeah, that's a nice one. Smooth job, developers. This is how you open it, and this is how you control things.
Hey Mercedes, it's getting hot in here.
I have set the temperature to 21 degrees.
Maybe you guys want some privacy. Talking is more natural. Watch this. Hey Mercedes, get in touch with Mom.
Calling Mom.
Guess who's on social media? They make it so difficult.
Sorry, dude.
Hold on, sweetie. I'm learning how to hashtag.
It can even break when it needs to. You know, just in case. The voice control's amazing.
Hey Mercedes, play me some hip hop.
And these wheels? Slow, my God, that looks good. So yeah, it's a car, but a car that is a little more like you. The new A-Class with Mercedes Me. Just like you.
Rechnung!
Bessere Antworten, wie alles geht. Wenn das Leben unerwartet mehr kostet, haben BAWAG PSK Kontobox-Kunden einen 500 € Finanzpuffer, den sie ohne Zinsen und Kosten nutzen können. Die BAWAG PSK.
Building walls need to hearts have been talking to the blood in my veins. My skin has been singing songs of joy, songs